We saw Vitaly dominantly defeat Alijan yesterday. It put the thought in my mind that he's the strongest left arm ever, so I wanted to put up a poll. In this video, I'm just going to go over a bunch of arm wrestling related matchups as well as polls here, starting with who is the strongest left arm ever in arm wrestling. Pretty close between Prime Dennis and current Vitaly. I put Prime Travis Bajan as well, and Levon back when he used to compete on the left arm, for example, beating Vitaly in the past on the left arm. Let's read some of these comments. Vitaly, current boss, but history, Dennis was the strongest. Some of the lifts that Dennis did before his match with Devon in 2018 were stupendous. Current Vitaly or Prime Dennis, if we ever managed to see teacher versus student in their best forms, it would truly be a war. This would be a 50-50 match. I don't know who would win. It's a huge what if, yeah, considering the health problems. I don't know if Dennis will ever be back in that shape that he was in 2018. Probably unlikely, but people don't understand how strong and fast Travis was in his prime. Travis is right up there, says this person. People forget he was an animal. Dennis is untouched. Dennis wasn't like Alijan or Artem. He had way more tools, insane size, and ridiculous raw strength. Prime Dennis was dangerous in basically every position. Yeah, and a lot of people were saying 2014 Dennis A1 is stronger than the 2018 version that faced Devon Larratt, Prime Seplenkov. So poll very close between Vitaly and Prime Dennis. Let's go through a bunch of these different matchups, potential matchups, which we might see Camille versus Vitaly on the right arm for the interim title in December in Vegas. Vitaly was speaking after the match saying that that's likely his next match is in December, at least on the right arm there. Even Camille said himself he might not be ready. Yeah, he did say that in the post-match. He said he wants more time, maybe off work, to eat more, sleep more, prioritize, his training, and really trying to level up. I think he probably thought he was going to beat Georgi Svetkov easier than he did. That's what it seemed like, because that was a battle. He definitely did not come out of that match easily. Vitaly literally said that his right arm is much better against pressers. Huge favorite. I mean, massive favorite, 88%. Even less of a favorite than Devon is against Sagov, 92%. If he were to face Ibrahim at 115, we saw Ibrahim completely destroy Sonev and talk to Devon on stage there. That was interesting. Devon owns the 105 and 115 is the top comment. Devon will decimate Sagov. Could be interesting. Obviously, we're going to see Matyashenko versus Devon on the left arm in just 6 weeks already. Pretty close. Devon versus Camille right arm super match. 89% for Devon. Devon for sure. Camille almost died pulling Georgi. Devon trolled Georgi. We've seen the match against Georgi. Devon would do horrible things to Camille. I don't think Devon would take Camille lightly, though. He mentioned recently that he would not want to be at 115 to face Camille. He would want to be at a heavier body weight and really focus, because that's not an easy match for anyone, especially given the press is potentially the move stylistically that is going to do the best against Devon on the right, kind of like how Levon had to be patient and use more of a side pressure pressing style. Just the hand and wrist and pronation of Devon is ridiculous. But next poll, Michael Todd versus Sagov. Michael Todd is a favorite. Sagov loses the wrist. Did people hear Sagov on stage after he won? He said Devon could be 130 and Sagov 115 and still beat him. Yeah, he did say that. That was a very, very confident moment. Or he said he didn't say he will win, but he will fight everyone. Yeah, but he said that he won't gain weight. He would face Devon even if Devon was heavier. Sagov, dude's an absolute beast for sure. Former champion. Left arm super match. Dadikyan, 6%. Wow, that is huge favorite for Vitaly. I mean, the thing about Dadikyan, I think if he were to face Vitaly, he would probably come in a heavier body weight than Alijan did, who came in at, 108 versus 140, which is what Vitaly was. I would think David would want to come in pretty heavy, as heavy as he could, to have enough strength to set a hook against Vitaly. I don't see it going any other way than David trying to set a hook against Vitaly. But same thing as Alijan match, but Dadikyan gets cracked more. Really. I mean, how can you get cracked more in the wrist than Alajan did there? It was pretty convincing from Vitaly just taking Alajan's wrist. Next poll here, Tobias versus Alajan left arm. Huge favorite for Alajan. How are people underestimating Alajan after one loss? But people also underestimate Tobias. This guy has some huge performances and he flies under the radar, doesn't shit talk very much or anything, but he just comes in and performs, and the guy's an absolute monster. So that could be interesting. Definitely would like to see him compete again soon. The guy's a monster. Who should Svetkov face next? Hermes is the top pick here. Alex Skrdecha rematch could be good. Obviously, Georgie lost. He had the foot injury last time he faced Skrdecha. Hermes is hurt. Alex is up, says this person. No matter who it's against, I want to see Zaranov back on the right hand. Yeah, as many of these top super heavyweights to come back, I think, is better. If we look at the next event, a lot of people are saying that they want to see more, matchups, especially with the super heavyweight category. First pay-per-view probably won't buy if they don't set more matches from super heavyweight. Problem is with the super heavyweights, these guys don't compete as often as the guys in the lighter weight classes because they want to time their juice cycle so they're not competing as often throughout the year, which is unfortunate compared to the lighter weight guys who are most likely more of them are natural. So, but here's some of the matches coming up in 40 days. Bogdan versus Irakli title match. Cherkasov Makarov title match. Excited for that. Devon versus Ivan. That's going to be fantastic. Couple more polls to go over here, I believe, or last one. Adam Warzinski versus Eldar. Eldar is the favorite. People, I think, sleeping on Adam, but Adam actually, they just announced a match with him at the Montana Armbender against Jordan Sonev, believe it or not, for next February. So that's going to be Adam Warzinski's next match. But what did you guys think about the overall production of the event in EVW 25? I did notice some people making comments that, the arena wasn't completely full. You could see that there were empty seats when the camera was panning at certain moments. I didn't like how you couldn't hear the walkout music. That was another thing that felt weird. It was like muffled. You couldn't hear the walkout music for all the athletes. And also, what else? There were certain times where the audio was cutting out when Neil was going to talk, or the mic was muted or something like that. So not sure how the actual venue was in person, but I mean, the video production was good. Like, the video quality is good and everything. But let me know your critiques and thoughts in general, and which of those matchups you think are interesting in the comment section, guys. And hit like and subscribe. I'll be back with more content as usual.